It's early Friday morning, and we're trying to get our fishing story up this morning, and ran across a picture accidentally this week. It's not one of my pictures. It's something I found on the internet, but it reminded me of something we saw. I got witnesses. This is way back in the almost 30 years ago, and 4 of us were camped at for a couple of nights at Sweats Fish Camp. That's over in East Arkansas, other side of the White River. It's kind of one of our favorite places. It was old. It was probably in the 40s or 50s when they put the thing together. Some of those old cabins were dilapidated. And the very first time that we stayed there, I think I got the numbers right. The cabin was $18 or $19 per night. That tells you something. But now it's middle of July, and if you wanted to turn the air conditioner on, you had to pay $2 extra. So we splurged, and the 4 of us pitched in 50 cents a piece and made sure we had that air conditioner running in that little cabin. Now every day, once we got down to that morning, we fished at one lake, and then fished another one after lunch, and next morning we fished a different place, and we was always kind of looking around, and Al and I had a couple of places picked out we'd never been, wanted to try it. So after lunch on that second day, we headed down past Deep Elm and went down to Highway 1 and turned back toward St. Charles. And before we got to the river, we're on the east side, we turned to the north, and there's a couple of lakes up in there where we're going to give it a try. These are some of the lakes that I fished this past fall when I set that world record streak of 19 trips in a row with a 4-pounder bigger bass. Some of the exact lakes. I've caught lunkers in these 2 lakes we fished that day back in the 90s. But as we're fixing to turn into the refuge, there was a car coming out. It was an older model, 70-something model, and those things were big. It was a Buick or Pontiac. I think it was what they call a deuce and a quarter, a Electra 225, and they were just great big cars back then. And this vehicle had 2 women in it, and they both had a 40 ounce they were drinking on, and you could tell they had been fishing. They had a boat in the trunk of that car. It was a 14-foot aluminum flat bottom with the back end of it stuck down in the trunk and the top sticking up, and a rope come over the top to the front bumper holding it, kind of jamming it in place. I actually found a picture. It's not the one back then. This is a newer car and a smaller car and a smaller boat, but you can get the idea. Just found that on the internet. Now there's this backwards picture, the back end of it here in the trunk, and the point of the front of the boat and the rope going over the top of that deuce and a quarter, and that's what they had
Don't just dream
done.
about your next vacation. Book your next vacation.
So I don't don't get me wrong, I'm not making fun of them. I salute them, as a matter of fact. Hey, if you want to go fishing, you can always find a way. You can look at me now. I'm having to fish out of a kayak because with this arthritis, I can't even launch my boat or pull my boat out on the trailer, but I can always drag that kayak up on a little bitty small trailer and drag it around. So what I'm trying to do, and this is all I've ever tried to do, is life is long. Some of y'all have noticed that. You can't get through the end of the day, it won't go away. And it's hectic, busy. And during your hectic week, I'm trying to give you a few minutes of escape. So during afternoons or something, when it just gets unbearable, look me up. Pull me up on my website, McHenry Creek Fishers. Go to the YouTube channel. Pull up the blog, watch some stories, read some stories. Now you can watch some. It's just simple. We always found a way to have fun, and I'm trying to find a way for you to join us. So I'll keep putting up some of these old fishing stories, and I got another one ready for next week, something else that we saw or did, just to try to help you through the week a little bit. So have some fun, look me up, McHenry Creek Fishers. And when you finish down there, hit all those good buttons, like and share and all that stuff. Somehow that's supposed to help me in the ratings or something, but I'd appreciate it. So hit me up, watch us, and join us, and have some fun this weekend. Thanks.